In October, and we're talking about wildfires and people on evacuation notices.
Yeah, and you know, we've had wildfire in October before, but usually they're winding down, not starting like this one. So it is unusual, but we have the warm, dry weather over the weekend. The good news is we are getting some drizzle, at least in parts of the Cascades tonight. Let's take you out and show you what it looks like in Newport right now, because I've been on drizzle watch there, one of the more likely places to get it. 54 degrees and cloudy, no drizzle in Newport yet, but there has been some on other parts of the coast. And speaking of the coast, it's our favorite time lapse of the week, month, maybe of the whole season. Right? It looks like a flying goldfish, but it's not. It's somebody flying a gold kite, and it just looks really cool, like an apparition or maybe something from Halloween. So I wanted to share that one with you. We hit 77 today, 10 below yesterday, 10 above the average for this day. Yesterday's 87 was a record. Still 80s in central and eastern Oregon, and there's some pretty good wind blowing in Pendleton and Hermiston right now. Last hour, the winds were gusting to 43 miles an hour at Pendleton. So strong winds, but they're out of the west, which is cooling things down. Has been a very warm and dry fall, as I'm sure you're aware. We've had a record number of 80-degree days, 7, and a record number of 85-degree days, 4 of those, just in the first 10 days of October. Of course, it makes sense you'd get the warmer days first half of this month. It is the 6th driest September 1st October 10th period on record, with only 0.31 of an inch of rain, all of which fell on 2 days in September. In meaningful rain, and by that I mean anything beyond drizzle, anything that would be substantial, unlikely in the next 10 days. After that, though, I think we'll see a switch to some wet and stormy fall weather like we expect to get this time of the year, but not now. Weak but dry cold front passed on through the state today. That's why we're seeing a change in the winds and getting the onshore flow. We'll have some low clouds around, especially up against the Cascades. There's been about 0.04 of an inch of rain up at Timberline tonight, so there has been some drizzle there. But look, it clears out tomorrow afternoon, and then even as early as tomorrow afternoon into Wednesday, we get north or east winds. So that'll warm us up again and bring the smoke back into Portland from the Nakia Creek fire. Clouds and drizzle in the morning, maybe fog, maybe frizzle if you want to combine those two words, David. And then mostly sunny after that and getting up to 73 degrees in the afternoon. Okay, here's the modeling for the long range. Another warm up, okay? That's the next few days. Then another warm, sunny weekend. And then another 10 days of dry weather looks pretty likely. This is valid on October 20th. So that's 10 days from now. Just beginning to show signs of a pattern that could bring us some storms and some wet weather. So again, I think the next week and a half or so will be dry. It is 65 right now, freezing level at 13,300 feet. All right, then on the coast, morning fog and clouds, and then mostly sunny even at the beaches tomorrow. For the valleys, also mostly sunny after morning clouds. Lows a little bit cooler than the last few mornings, 40s, low 50s, and highs in the low 70s. Up in the Cascades, mainly sunny up in the mountains. Unless you're downwind of a fire, of course, then it'll be hazy. Central and eastern Oregon will have areas of smoke because the wind's generally coming out of the west tonight. In the Gorge, it's a west wind tomorrow, but not much. It's going to go easterly tomorrow evening and into Wednesday. Morning clouds and drizzle in Portland, then mainly sunny and up to 73. We bounce up to 83 on Wednesday, 80 on Thursday, and then back in the 70s on Friday before more 80s over the weekend. We're back after this.